know you're somewhere.
Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today Pisces, you guys got White Raven Spirit, Trust in the Magic, number 66. There's something going on here, and I think it's even more transformative than, like, this on its own is super big, like it's an omen, right? And then you have the death and rebirth here. So I feel like there's definitely some big transformation going on. And it is very positive. I honestly feel like it's some sort of transformation that is going to change the way that people see you. Because with the garden, it's this is about how people see you, right? This is about like how society views you. This is about how, like, you know, you appear to the outer world. And most of us don't really give a fuck. Like, to a certain extent, it's like, I don't really care how people see me. I care how I view myself. I care how, you know, I live my life. So I feel like people who are definitely on this channel are not like, yeah, I'm super much, like, I'm so invested in how people view me. Like, I feel like that's not this channel at all. But I do feel like it is going to bring some sort of like change in the way people view you. And maybe it's just the way that you're viewing yourself. Maybe, like, you know, for a long time you viewed yourself as like whatever, put yourself in a box here, and now maybe you're branching out of that box, and as you take yourself out of that box, it's just gonna have like major implications on the 3D, and maybe you don't even know that, but I think that's what I'm getting here. So yeah, I think that whatever change is happening within you, I just want to figure out more about this change. So let's pull more on that, because I feel like that's what's really happening here. I feel like they're going to come out of this box and you're going to be like, it's not that you're completely different. It's not like you're, you know, not yourself. But there is something really big happening within you, Pisces. And I think that that's the most important thing. So let's pull some cards on this. So Pisces, this is like a crazy read. I don't even know how to like express it. I'm gonna do my best. I see here there was like a stagnancy, which you didn't like there wasn't movement, and it had a lot to do with how you were feeling inside. Like, you were just noticing all the cups that were spilled, and you weren't really noticing like the present moment. So that caused stagnation in your life. So I feel like you went within and you were like, you know what? I need to make a change, right? Because I don't like the way that things are like playing out. You know, I don't like the way, you know, it could have been like just a lot of, again, with this 3 of Wands in reverse, this is like someone trying to go do something and then never doing it, right? Or like someone planning a trip and then never taking a trip. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of like waiting, a lot of stagnation, but like never setting off, right? And I feel like that's what really bothered you. That shit is what bothered you. Not like how maybe others let you down, but how even like you were the one believing in those people, and that's what hurt the most. Like your belief in someone coming in, or your belief in, you know, you, again, it's like, what's worse? You thinking that you're gonna go take a trip and then never taking it, or you just never knowing anything about the trip, right? Like, there's something about how innocence is, it's better to not know, right, than to know that someone's coming in. Like, if someone was gonna come in and they never did, that'd be worse than just never knowing that they were coming in, right? Like, you're waiting in a stagnant position for somebody. So I feel like there's something in this old cycle that really bothered you, whether it's waiting for someone, whether it's like you yourself waiting to go do something, right? Like, I'm waiting for someone, or no, I'm waiting to go do that, and then I never do it, right? Like, I never take the trip. I planned the trip, but I never took it. So this is what like really bothered you in the past, like this waiting, like kind of like to start your life or to do something. That it's just like, this is what bothered you. And I'm getting here that you went in with your intuition. You're like, what do I need to do to fix this? Like, what do I need to do to to change this around for me, because I'm tired of this energy here. This energy of just like looking at cups filled, never making a move, never being able to, maybe this is some energy of not being able to move on. But it's just like, fuck, this is what's dead. And I like that it's next to the cauldron. Is it a cauldron? No, whatever. Not a cauldron. It's next to the, I don't even know what, the coffin. It's next to the coffin because it's done. The energy's done. I don't think you're going to be waiting for anyone anymore. I don't even think that you're going to put like measures on yourself where you're going to stop yourself from doing something anymore. I think it's just like a whole new perspective that you're stepping into, whether you know it or not. And I actually like the fact that these two cards are in reverse, because it goes from being both in reverse to both upright to both in reverse to both upright. But I like this because it's like, I'm blind, but I'm going forward, right? In the city where I live, I see it's hard for me to take the train. Like, I hate taking the train. Like, train sucks. Like I don't even want to talk about it. But I see like blind people take the train, and it's hard for a normal person to take the train. Like, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but like, it's not like an easy task. You have to go down an escalator. You have to go down a staircase. Like, then you have to get onto the train. There's a platform. It's like, it's not an easy thing. Like, I wouldn't like advise a child to go do it alone. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not easy to go do it. You just get familiar with it, and it becomes like second nature, but it's not like a fun experience or an easy experience. And I see like blind people doing it with, all the time. Like, I see people, and I'm just like, wow, like, the fact that they can do it, and they're so brave, you know what I mean? Like, they're such a champion. Like, I shouldn't bitch about me. I mean, at least I can see, right? At least I have the platform that I can see. At least I have my like eyes. You know what I mean? And it kind of reminds me of that. It's like, I think you're coming into this new cycle blind, like very blind, but not in a negative way. It's kind of like, it's reminding me of that Bible verse. It's like, if your hand sins, and cut your hand off. If your eyes sin, then cut your eyes off. Like, it's kind of reminding me of that. It's like, well, if it's kind of like tarot, right? Like, if tarot is going to be a problem for you, then stop watching it, right? Like, let's do anything that we need to do to like stop making excuses for why we're not moving or why we got stuck in this cycle here. And I feel like love is again attached to us in some sort of way. Again, it's like, maybe I'm waiting to take vacation because I'm waiting for someone to go with me. And it's kind of like, you know what? Either I can go with my sister, I can go with my family member, or I just go by my freaking self. You know what I mean? Like, there's no more waiting here. And that's what I like about this. It's like, I'm not going to wait for someone to come out and reach their hand and grab me or come and save me. I'm not going to wait until everything's very clear to move. I'm just going to go. I'm going in blind, basically. Going in blind to this new cycle. Going in a very different way. In a way that you would have never gone in before. That's what I'm getting. Again, like, I know Virgo's like your opposite, but I just feel like a Virgo energy where it's like, I have to know, I have to have this plan, I have to have everything kind of like in tune. And I just feel like you're not like, you're kind of like, fuck that. I don't need any of that. I'm just going to do it blind. Going in blind. That's what I'm getting with this read. Because you're intuitively being told like, this is what's been keeping you stuck. The waiting. So now going in blind is better than not going in at all. You know what I mean? And like, it's crazy what comes in. I mean, this could be you moving in wand energy, or this could be another person coming in, this Leo, Aries, Sag energy. But I also like the fact that like, as you go in blind, the divine is like your eyes. Do you see how like there's this feather piece on her head? And it's different than this feather piece, right? It's like seeing, but without seeing. It's like seeing without knowing, exactly. It's like seeing something without knowing. It's okay not to know what's next. It's okay to move. It's okay to, I just see you doing things very differently for yourself. And in that, people view you differently. Like, again, like you're not here anymore. You're not stuck anymore. You're not doing this game anymore. Whatever this game was of like looking into the past or waiting, like that's done. Like looking at cups spilled, it's done. Looking at like why people didn't come in, or looking at like why you didn't make a move at that time, it's done. Like that shit's done. Now it's like, I'll go in blind if I have to, but I'm gonna move. And then we have like the beautiful card of the Eight of Wands, which is it's movement. It's like so much movement. And then the King of Wands. he moves. He doesn't get stuck ever. So again, whether that's who you're attracting, remember I said like people are going to view you differently because of like what you're doing. I feel like you're just like, I don't care, I'm doing things. Maybe it's just the way you perceive yourself. Like maybe you've been moving a lot, but like it's finally going to be recognized. Do you know what I'm saying? And like maybe you never set out to meet or have any recognition, but you are going to be recognized in what it is that you're doing. That's what I'm getting, Pisces. And I feel like you're going to be like, with this Two of Pentacles, I think you're going to be a little bit like, oh my God, like I don't even know how to act anymore, because you're kind of like in between worlds right now. That's what I'm getting. Like this is so familiar to you, and this might be this new energy that you're just trying. And I feel like you're kind of torn in between the two. And I feel like the divine is telling you to keep doing this. So this is like, again, just moving blindly, not knowing and going, just trusting in yourself and moving. Again, like a blind person would kind of move. You know, they're not scared. They're not afraid. You know what I mean? It's crazy how they're like less afraid than people like me who have eyes, right? Like, think about it like that, right? Like moving blindly and being even, I think that's causing more, it's giving you more courage for some reason. I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah. See, I feel like this is past energy. Like hurt, betrayal, cup spilled, being alone. And you're like, okay, that's like where I was and where I've been and like what I resonated with most. And now I'm moving into like this completely different energy, right? With the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. Again, you're coming up as pages because you're doing things so differently for yourself, Pisces. Again, this is like taking a vacation by yourself. This is like not waiting for anyone. This is like, again, as you go in blindly to whatever you're going into, whether it be love, whether it be a job, whether it just be like the way you look at your day. Like you're not being afraid anymore. And even if you're petrified, you're not showing it. And that's what's changing here. So I don't think this is you, because I see you as these page energies. So I do see somebody coming in who is in a king energy. They're attracted to this energy of you, which is, again, being blind and just like going through life. Again, trusting, basically just trusting. And not waiting for people to do things for you, like doing them for yourself. And that energy that you put yourself in attracts this person. I don't even know if I should pull more on this person, because I feel like maybe I should keep them a secret. I might pull like one card on them. It's interesting. I feel like whoever this person is has also had a similar transformation. You know, with Temperance in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is them, I think, doing the exact same thing you were doing, which was like feeling imbalanced and feeling like life, you know, wasn't giving them what they wanted. So they had to go and they had to do it for themselves. I feel like that you're doing the same thing. It's like you both kind of got stuck here, and then something changes and you're both like, okay, I have to move differently. I have to do things differently if I want an outcome to be different, right? Like I've been doing the same thing for like 1 or 2 years. It's not working. I'm not getting what I want. How do I change my life in a way to get what I want? And I think both of you guys are doing that. So this person's had some like major rebirth with the Judgment card, and so have you. So I see two people that are like actually going through very similar cycles, whether you two know it or not. And I feel like that's what the White Raven is trying to say here, that there's been such a change in the two of you. I'm going to focus on you, but I think there's been a big change in this person too. But there's been such a big change in you that the people that are going to be attracted to you and the people that you're going to like be, that are going to come towards you, are going to be very different than like the people in the past. And I think that's a good thing for you, Pisces. So let's pull some advice. Yeah, you see, Pisces, your energy is different. I don't know how to explain it, but your energy is just different. I think an old person in your life could sense this. someone who was like very attuned to energy though. Like if you were dealing with a lot of retards, if you were dealing with a lot of like dummies in the past, like they wouldn't even notice this about you. But I can tell that there's a difference here because you have boundaries and independence. Again, this is what I'm saying. It's like going in blind and not being afraid. That's nothing. And maybe you're petrified again, but you're going to do it anyway. I just see somebody doing, it's like a bucket list kind of thing. It's like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. Like, I want to do this, this, and this, and I'm not waiting anymore for anyone or for anything. Again, and then that's why you're going to be meeting people just like you. We're like trying to also accomplish things that are very scary and very new to them and very uncomfortable. But you guys are like on the same page. That's why I'm getting, because you're both just like ready for the new. And with boundaries here, I feel like maybe this is what you had to learn in an old cycle, boundaries. Maybe it was also boundaries against yourself. I feel like there's parts of yourself that you needed to like protect and maybe you weren't. And those are like the parts of yourself now that you're protecting the most, right? So it's like if you had no boundaries in the past with your heart, now you're being more conscious of like who you talk to and who you let in. Again, like this cycle has taught you so much, and it's like appreciate it, but be able to move past it. And again, you're in a totally different energy. Like I don't even know if you know it yet. I don't even know if you understand it, but you will one day. You might think of like whatever you get from this reading, whether it's like one thing, that hopefully is what you remember. We're like, wow, I really did change. Like I do things differently. Like, wow, like I really transformed my life. Like, you know, like I just see somebody, I honestly see somebody, I'm getting like the Wild Thornberrys. I don't know if you guys know that show, but it's like a family who like lives in an RV and they travel like the entire world, and they live off the grid. You know what I mean? Like they're totally off the grid. They don't live a life like anyone else. And I feel like that's kind of like where you're going with your life. I feel like this is like a part of yourself that maybe you didn't even, again, you're awakening to parts of yourself that you never even understood. You know what I mean? It's like you're going into your deepest, darkest closet and you're finding your favorite things and you're pulling them out and you're like putting them on, right? And it's like things that you would never let anyone really see. You're like letting everyone see it. So people are just like, who the hell is that? And then you have Isis, the goddess of magic. You have a lot about magic. Look, trust in the magic and the goddess of magic. Sexual, like, I just can't get over that. Like, holy shit. Yeah, there's a magic going on. I guess, I honestly feel like it's alchemy, because alchemy is like a magic, right? It like changes one thing to another. And it's like Pisces with boundaries, Pisces with independence, Pisces with like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people underestimate you in those types of ways. Like Pisces is super loving and Pisces is always forgiving, and like, but no one sees Pisces with boundaries and independence, and it's like, well, now they do. And don't let anything like put you in a box, right? Like if saying I'm a Pisces always makes you feel like, you know, I was thinking about this the other day, and it was like, you know, I feel like the word for Virgo is like perfectionist, or, you know, like anal and shit like that, like super like analytical. And like I feel like there's a certain thing that you get when you think of someone as a sign. And if like being a Pisces makes you feel like weak, or like, again, you don't like what's, you know, the category that it puts you in, then you know, don't ever put yourself in a box. Like, don't make it a cop out. Like, well, the reason I don't have any boundaries is because I'm a Pisces. Again, like, we don't want to make the signs be a reason why we like suffer. You know what I mean? Like, being a Pisces shouldn't be a reason why whatever happens to you. Being a Virgo shouldn't be a reason why, you know, this, and this is allowed. Like, no. Oh yeah, like this person said like I'm super this and that, but it's okay, you know, I'm a Virgo, it's true. Like, no. Like, don't let your zodiac sign be a reason why you're like in a box, okay? Again, like, this is transformative for just anybody, you know, and it is beautiful, and it's just beautiful energy, again, with this magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Yeah, I feel like you're all about the gratification now, the pleasure. Again, it's like, again, creating a bucket list and being like, I'm doing all these things and I'm doing them alone and I'm not afraid, or I'm petrified but I'm doing them anyway. Right? Or I'm starting this business, I'm starting this, I don't know what's going to come of it, but I'm trusting in myself. Again, whatever it is that you're doing, that you want to do, that's a change to you. Maybe, again, like you want to be single. Maybe you've never been single for like a year. Maybe that's something that scares you. Maybe that's what you're going to do this year. Like whatever you're planning on doing, they're telling you that it's like going to change everything in your life. And that's why I feel like this is such a major read. So Pisces, I love you guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.